Could be worse. What is up, YouTube? Hope you guys are all freaking doing well. Welcome back to another Gains and Glory video. Today is Tuesday, August 19th. It is 6:17 in the a.m. I've just walked my 5,000 morning steps and we are heading to the gym for the morning session. So today is legs, and usually I'm feeling, pretty recovered by my leg day, but not today. Yesterday we had the first rugby practice of the preseason, and I am freaking, my posterior chain is shot. My glutes, I feel like I just squatted 400 pounds for reps, which I've never done before, so that'd be pretty freaking incredible. But you know what it feels like when I deadlifted 405, because I've done it once, and I freaking shot my back out usually whenever I do that, and it feels pretty similar. Hi, how are you? Good morning. And so, anyways, I'm hoping we can still push relatively well, and not really run into any issues with actually progressing the list for today. Now, that said, if we do, I think we might just have to get used to it, because I don't see this practice routine subsiding anytime soon, assuming I stick with it. So it's gonna be a balancing game between my sport and freaking bodybuilding, but getting up early so we can fit it all in. Weight-wise, check-in wise, 167 this morning, so weight is about the same as it was yesterday. It is a pretty high though right now, and I'm not sure if that's because I increased my food, which it could be, because I am eating about 600 to 700 more calories than I was eating before, just because my maintenance is so much higher right now because all the cardio I'm doing and stuff. And so very possible with Whole Foods, it kind of just takes up more space. I hope I'm not actually gaining weight that quick. It wouldn't make sense to me because I'm only in 100 to 200 calories max surplus a day, and I'm really trying to stick to just 100. So my calculations are correct, and I'm basically cooking all my food, and the food I'm not cooking is just like food that can be easily weighed in bananas, canned peas, stuff like that. So it should be accurate. If it's not, it's not. But give myself a few weeks at least to stabilize and see what's going on. This initial bump in weight might just be an initial bump, and then it'll be good. Anyways, we're about to get inside, so let's freaking get in. Might change a few things about this workout, but nothing too crazy. So see you guys inside for the lifts. Alright, so first exercise of the day for the leg day, we're going to do leg curls like usual. Keeping this the same just because I think it's a great way to warm up the legs. Generally, I think for the full body actually, it's better to start with pull and then push. It usually just feels a bit nicer in the joints and stuff. So especially legs though, doing leg curls first really opens stuff up, in my opinion. And also doesn't tend to fatigue too much with like the major compound pressing movements because hamstring activation, like a squat, for example, is really low, right? That said, second movement, I don't think is going to be like extensions today. I think we're going to switch it up, but enough gap. It's already 6:30, and so I'm going to try and do a set with 235. I think last time we got 8.5, so that is a number to beat. Keeping the same weight. I don't mind going a bit higher rep on like leg curls, for example. Difference is I'm going to try and keep the form a bit more standardized. So kind of straight back, legs out, no more like leaning over, because really that only helps the stretch if you're actually moving your pelvis forward, not just like grounding your spine. So we try and keep the butt back and see if we can get 9 solid. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, a little bit better, but like, I don't know what you're gonna do. Fuck, man, that's really fucking annoying. But I think I'm just so freaking fatigued from like sprints and shit yesterday. So I don't know. It's really not ideal, but baseline just might need to adjust. I have to expect to be a bit weaker on this whenever we do it. So we'll see. One more set of this. Yeah. Okay. 5 there would be it, I guess. All right. Let's do major compound. All right. So second movement is going to be just what's this, heel elevated back squat, a bit more quad biased. Gonna switch, I think, leg extensions going on to the future for after like a major lengthened position quad exercise, just to kind of switch things up. And that's actually what Joe Bennett, hypertrophy coach, if you guys have heard about him, he's great, awesome, and that's what he does, and I love his philosophy. So if he's doing that to his clients, I'm gonna follow the same thing. So 230. Last time we did 225. This was on the small gym when we last hit this. So 230. Trying to get 8 here to be solid. So let's give it a try. Oh man, I think that was 12 or 13 to watch the footage back, but that was a good set. I think we'll leave it at that. Throw in some leg extensions and then maybe So leg press, but we'll see. Okay, ooh, about to pass out. Put these plates back. Alright, quad finisher is going to be leg extension. So last time was 205, so I think 11. You can get, I'll say, actually, they don't have like a micro load over here. I think there might be one over there. I might go steal it. Yeah, hold on. Let me go steal that. Alright, never mind. I realized they had these things, so I just adjusted one down. So that should be good. But in terms of, let's see. Yeah. The weight, 205 to 11 last time. That was usually, usually I hit the second after curl before my compound, so might be a bit more fatigued than normal. So I'm gonna try. Let's just warm up real quick with the 445, see how this feels. Decent. Right, let's go right into it. So 205 plus 5, 210. If we can get 10 here, it'd be awesome. Let's push hard. I'll call it 9.5. That was good. This leg's definitely a lot stronger though, so I might have to start doing single leg on this. Because I am noticing that this right leg's growing a bit bigger. I don't want that discrepancy to kind of grow too much. We'll do one more set though. The final set here, I'm gonna do some single leg. So single leg with 100 or 105 actually. Let's see if that's easy. Okay. 7.5. See if we can duplicate that. Whew. Should be a stronger leg, so we'll see. Oh yeah, definitely. Actually, not crazy stronger, but maybe a tad. It's good though. All right, so this is for quads. Let's see if we can do a sort of adductor, then we'll get out of here. All right, so finishing off here with adductor. I think we hit this last time. The reading's not on my log, but I think we hit it for what I believe was 105 per set. So let's try that out. If that feels right, we'll stick with it. But warm up first, real quick. 90. I think we'll stick with this. Okay. That was a solid 10. Still watch that back, but finish up and get out of here, and then we'll see how the pump is looking. All right, post workout, nice bit of legs hit. Not so shabby, like in terms of exercise feel, despite being extremely fatigued from sprints. And I think that did affect my hamstrings, but also new form. Usually I lean over in the hams and I kind of tend to push my butt forward off the seat, which like changes the movement. And really, if you're trying to progressively overload and put on muscle consistently, you want everything to be just straight up consistent, right? So I think it's much better to clean that up a little bit moving forward. But anyway, let's see how the physique's looking, the pump. No calves hit as per the use because I'm hitting this later. But ooh, I don't know if we need calves to be looking big as hell today. Apparently not. All right, let's tuck this shirt, get to posing. Oh yeah. Whew, it's pretty gnarly. Hamstring. Oh. Yeah, definitely a bit more separation on this side, but still, whew. Adductors are pumped too. That's pretty gnarly to look at. Let's get a rear. I'll have to watch the footage back for that, but yeah, safe to say we're looking pretty damn humongous. I think, though, at least. Oh yeah, good bit of major compounds. I think I'm definitely gonna stick with squat before leg extension. It just felt like so much stronger than normal. And then, in terms of adductor at the end, it was good. I almost actually did a set of leg press because the adductor machine was taken. So always this one lady that shows up whenever I'm about to do an exercise and she hops on it. It's like, oh my gosh. But it's a lesson in patience, I suppose. So, but besides that, not much more to really say. I mean, leg days are pretty short in terms of posing, But yeah, definitely happy with that. For sure, we're putting on mass right now. I don't know if it's all muscle, but the bulk is the bulk, right? That's what you kind of expect. Carbs are high, sodium is higher, water is high as well. So kind of expect to be filling out. The pumps are looking pretty good, is what I'm trying to say. But Definitely not quite as lean as we were, like a month ago, 2 months ago almost now. But that comes with the territory being about 5 pounds heavier. So, we'll see. Maybe we'll do a mini cut sooner than later. But I'm thinking better to hold a lean bulk, very lean bulk, for at least the next 10, 20 weeks. I was aiming for 30, 40. If we can pull that off and only be like 10 pounds over, then hey, mini cut here, we freaking come, reset, and start anew. So that's the plan going forward. But that's way in the future. For now, I just got to go get some fuel in and get ready for the day ahead. So thanks, like usual, for checking in. I'll see you guys for the next video, hopefully tomorrow, for another episode of Gains and Glory. Stay lean, stay huge, stay hungry. Jaden out.